What's going on, guys? It's Sapper Fanboy Guru, and this gonna be a little long video, but I'm gonna try to keep it as short as I can. But so check this out, right? I've been doing some thinking about PSN and Sony in general ever since I think it was about 2 weeks ago now. PSN went down again. It was either on a Sunday or Monday. PSN went down, and I was at work, so either way I missed it. But I still feel I'm gonna give my thoughts on PSN overall, right? Going from I'm doing backwards, good to bad. Normally you should go from bad to good, start them off in the down, give them the bad news and bring them up. Nah, I'm gonna give you the good news and I'm gonna bring you down, motherfucker. Alright, so check this out, right? The good things that I see about PSN. Well, for one, PSN has improved, I would say, because I don't think if PSN was completely the same way it was from day one, I don't think Sony would be able to put all these new apps on PSN. For instance, like since PlayStation 4 came out, we done had PlayStation View come, we done had Twitch streaming come. You know what I'm saying? We can live stream to YouTube. We can the PlayStation communities, like they have done things, PlayStation Now, you see what I'm saying? Sony has done things that is without a doubt, positive via PSN. They are, like I said, there are deals lately out the ass. I don't know what Sony's doing over there, but they are just throwing deals out the ass towards us. If you are a digital gamer, like I'm starting to buy a lot of games digital, and I'll say that for another segment in a minute. But Sony, like I said, they're having sales at the ass right now. They got I believe it's a Ubisoft sale, because I was looking at Watch Dogs. Yeah, so I believe it's a Ubisoft sale. But when, like I said in one of my other videos, not last month, but in December, all these games came out in November, and Sony was releasing these games for discounted prices. Like I said, I bought Need for Speed for $60. I bought Battlefront for $60. I bought Black Ops 3 for $60. And I swear, in the month of December, maybe like towards the end of December to early January, Sony was having sales on all three of those games. You could buy for under $60 digitally. And I gotta give them respects for that. Because I would assume that is obviously taking up manpower and resources on PlayStation Network. You know what I'm saying? Seeing how to have all these deals and promotions, you gotta have some kind of, network, of course, to let these people who are buying these things enjoy it. What else can I think of? You got, of course, we got Spotify and all the little music things. I'm like, but at the same time, I feel that Sony definitely needs to give us more when it comes down to people who are, like I said, people like me. I'm still more of a new PS Plus user. I'm not one of the dedicated people who, been there since day one. But I've been there since, the PlayStation 4 launch. And I pay, even though it's kind of stupid, I pay, what, $25 for 3 months, and I get that every 3 months. So ideally, in a year, I would have to buy this 4 times in 1 year. So it means I'm spending like $100 worth of my money towards PSN. When it comes down to things like the PlayStation Plus members, which you get freely, like right now, we could do the voting thing, which I was gonna make a video about, because I haven't seen no advertising or any type of promotion for voting for your PS Plus games, and suddenly it popped up on my notifications. So like I said, you could still vote for your PS Plus games, but I still feel like we, as, again, PlayStation Plus users, I still feel we're getting gypped, because, again, let's go back to the digital thing. You could buy games on there, like I said, Watch Dogs right now for, I believe, under $20. Why can't Sony give us that as a PS Plus game? You know what I'm saying? You can't just knock that off. The Infamous collection, both First Light and Second Son, were under $20. You can't give, and I'm not just saying me, because like I said, I didn't have First Light, so yes, I would have benefited if Sony gave First Light as a PS Plus deal. For sure, I would have benefited. But there's more people out there than just me. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Nathan Drake collection.
Yo, where they at, son?
I believe it was when Naughty Dog came out. Naughty Dog's a big developer, probably one of the most iconic developers on PlayStation. And they said that 80% of people didn't if they either didn't play any one of the three Nathan Drakes, me included, or they didn't beat any one of the three Nathan Drakes. 80% of people, and that's Naughty Dog. You know, that's like I said, that's like the powerhouse of PlayStation. When it comes down to their games, you would think that, you know, oh my God, it's a Naughty Dog game. All PlayStation buyers or PlayStation owners would have a high attachment rate to a Naughty Dog game. 80% is a large number of people. So like I said, games like Infamous, Second Son, you know, we got Walking Dead at least. You know, I was gonna throw that out there, you know, because Walking Dead is a more established publisher, and that's really what I want out of my PS Plus titles. You know, I don't want to be the gamer to sit here and say, oh, I don't want indies on my PlayStation Plus. You know, what I want is more established games, more known developers. You see what I'm saying? I'm not asking for Batman and Call of Duty or you know, I don't want one AAA game every month. No, but at least in a year, especially at this point, I feel we should get at least 3 AAA games. And this is for all the consoles. You know, Xbox One, I think they're only getting I don't want to speak on it too much, but I believe the Xbox One is getting more AAA games with gold support because it has backwards compatibility. So I'm not really trying to say that they're getting AAA games, like, because they are getting more established, like I said, more known developer games, but they're getting it via backwards compatibility. You know what I'm saying? They're getting like 360 games that are big games for a remastered games with gold kind of thing. You know, instead of getting a built for the ground up only on Xbox One or next generation title for games with gold, they're getting a 360 games with gold. From what I understand, they're getting a 360 title on Xbox One via games with gold. You see what I mean? But like I said, I just definitely feel like I said, Sony can, instead of giving us so many deals, they can, don't get me wrong, I want my deals, but they can take 1 or 2 games off the deals and just pay the price and let it be for a PlayStation Plus game around the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think at this point we should be getting, because like I said, I spend $100 give or take in a year for PlayStation Plus. I don't like I said, I don't play these little games. You know, I don't play the indie games. Not even gonna lie, I don't play none of the PlayStation Plus games. It has to look really good for me to want to play it, and none of these games just bring that vibe to me anymore, especially with all these big AAA games coming out. You know, this isn't the launch of the PlayStation 4 anymore. You know, we're not a year or two in anymore. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely to the point where we're getting a lot of games. You know, Sony will drop 3 games in a month, 3 exclusive games in a month. You know what I'm saying? So these games can definitely, at this point, we can start getting these older games for free. You know, where's Killzone Shadowfall? In my opinion, there's no reason why any one of the launch games on, there's no reason why any one of the launch games on PS4 can't be as a PlayStation Plus game at some point right now going forward. All right, but that's off the PS Plus. Really, now I just want to move to PSN in general, and that overall, I don't think Sony deserves the console sale numbers that they have. I really don't. And I say this because, like I said, PSN went down, like I said, about 2 weeks ago, and then a week after that, it went down again. Both of which, in my scenario, I was fortunate to be at work and not have to experience this. But for those that are still at home or doing whatever the case, like I said, we pay our money for this. You know, it's getting to the point where Sony is at almost 100 million consoles. You know what I'm saying? Estimatedly, they're what? Let's say I think they're about what, 40 million right now, over give or take. I think they're about 40 million, give or take, estimated. That's 10 million short of 50, and we all know 50 is half of 100. So you know what I'm saying? And these consoles aren't slowing down. You know, I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to make it out like like they're gonna sell 100 or they're gonna get 100 million consoles in a few months or a few weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that, but what I want to say is that this time next year, I could definitely see Sony being close to like 70 to 80 million consoles. If they don't if things don't slow down, you know what I'm saying, I could definitely see them this time next year being at like 70, 80 million consoles, without a fucking doubt. And I don't think Sony deserves all the money that we keep throwing at them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. As a PlayStation gamer, I think I'm one of the few who can say that, or one of the many that can say we are getting plenty of games over here, but I feel we're getting too many games. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, cause Sony can push all these games out, but if we don't have time to play these games, then really to a degree, I feel as if that's wasting our money. You know, yes, if it's available, then we can always go back to it. But at the same time, I still feel we're wasting that. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money that Sony themselves are investing into like a wrong area. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, instead of Sony dropping 3 games in 1 month, they could drop 2 games, and instead of buying that 3rd game, they can put that money for the 3rd game back towards something else for the PlayStation. You see what I'm saying? They could put that money towards PlayStation, instead of buying, like I said, a 3rd game for the PlayStation. Instead of buying that 3rd game for the PlayStation 4, they could take that money and put it, let's say, towards a VR game. You know, because Hunted for Robots, like I said, I'm excited for VR, but really, as far as the built for the ground up only VR titles, I think there's probably like 4 titles that I actually want to play on VR, because all the rest look like dog shit college games. Like I'm not trying to put down the developers who put their blood, sweat, and tears in this, but they're just not the games that I'm looking to play when I buy this brand new $400 machine. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to play 100-foot robot golf or zombie taxi when I just dropped $300 to $400. I don't want to pay that, or I don't want that to be my gaming experience. And at the same time, I don't want to play old games in VR. You know, don't get me wrong, there are close to 100 games that work with VR already. But like I said, there are close to 100 games that work with VR already. But again, none of those games really look that interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? None of them, but a good majority of them don't look that interesting to me. But I'm gonna try to wrap this up in 2 minutes, because I might have to restart it. But so check this out. Basically, like I said, I don't feel Sony deserves all the money that we as PlayStation 4 owners keep throwing at them. Because, you know, I want some of those Xbox features like 12-person party chat. Don't get me wrong, I don't use the party, but it's still something nice to have. You know what I'm saying? It's something that complements gaming. See, we get all these good games and all these games on PlayStation, but we also need features to help complement those games. You know what I'm saying? It would be, I enjoy the PlayStation 4 background now, the home screen. Even with a theme attached to it, it still brings some more life to it, but I definitely would not mind getting a completely new interface. You know what I'm saying? User background. All right, I just want a whole new dashboard from start to finish, just like the Xbox One got with the Windows 10 update. You see what I'm saying? I'm salty. I'm a little jealous for it, but that's fine though, because that's something that I want to help bring like a breath of fresh air back to my console. You see what I'm saying? I feel like Sony needs to improve on these updates, and I'm tired of system stability updates. You know, I'm tired of updates that don't do nothing to the PlayStation 4. You know, we get all this. How many updates have we gotten for system stability, but the PSN still goes down? You see what I'm saying? I'm like, even if it's hackers or whatever, we still see all these PSN troubles. But we see PSN troubles, but we see a lot of system stability. So what are they really stabilizing? You see what I'm saying? But I'm done rambling. Like I said, I don't want to make this any longer. Fanboy Guru, I appreciate anyone and everyone who goes to the end of this video and makes it. But thank you. Shout out to y'all. And I'm SHAREfactory. I'm logged.